What is going on, guys? Welcome everybody back to another video, another objectives guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Path to Glory Cup. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now it's quite simple. Simply for winning a certain amount of games, you'll be rewarded with packs. We'll go ahead, I'll show you guys the live foot friendly for the Path to Glory Cup shortly. Then if required, there will be a squad builder along with some tips and tricks. If I do leave any of your questions unanswered throughout the video, make sure to let me know down below and I'll try and reply to your comment as soon as possible. First of all, for winning 2 matches, you get yourself 2 80 rated plus players. The exact same for winning 4, winning 6. For winning 8, this time you get a singular 83 plus pack, which could be quite good. And for winning 10, you also get yourself an 83 plus pack. So if you do complete all 10 of these, you'll get yourself 3 80 plus times 2 packs and 2 83 plus packs. But also, if you look below me, the group reward for winning all 10 games will give yourself an 84 plus player. So let's go ahead and let's have a look at the Path to Glory Cup game mode. Head on over to play, go on over to friendlies, and then you want to go to play online. We'll take a look at the requirements. I'm hoping we'll be able to use our main team for this because you can use players that you're used to, etc. But let's have a look. Where is the Path to Glory Cup? Okay, no, I was far off. Alright, so, the requirements is World Cup players at least 11 in your starting 11, which means obviously every single player has to be a World Cup player. Now, they do not clarify if they mean the World Cup special items, the timed limited cards, or they might mean the, if Path to Glory cards, World Cup Heroes count. We'll go ahead and try that out and have a look shortly. You're only allowed at most 3 different nations and 0 lone players. If you look on over to the left, you're allowed 4 games only every 24 hours. So in 24 hours, those 4 games will refresh and you'll have another 4. You've got 7 days to complete this, so 7 times 4 would be 28. Therefore, you need to win 10 out of 28 games, assuming you play all 4 of your games every single day, to get obviously the reward, the group rewards, the 84 plus player. Let's go ahead, let's make the squad builder and let's see if it works. So we have to remember, and with this one, I'm going to build the squad builder live. You guys are going to be able to see me make the squad builder because I cannot build a squad builder for you to copy. The reason why is because World Cup players, I cannot predict the World Cup players that you have got in your club, right? So I'm going to walk you guys through what I would personally do. So we have to remember, at most 3 countries, 0 loans, you need 11 World Cup players in your starting 11. So I'll go ahead, I will make, let's have a look. So okay, so as you can see, it says World Cup players at least 11, 0. So as you can see, that does mean that World Cup heroes, because I've got 3 in my squad, do not count. So now we're going to be testing out if Path to Glory cards count. But what we want to do is go on over, make a squad. You can call it whatever you want. I'll just call it Cup. Why not? We'll just call it Cup. Go ahead, make your team. Choose a formation you're familiar with. I'm just going to keep a 4-4-2. It is my second favorite formation this year, behind the 4-2-3-1. But a 4-2-3-1's a little bit of a hassle as a squad builder because you've got like 3 central cams, and I prefer playing right mids at cam. So I might even want to change my formation entirely in game. Let's have a look. Would this technically work? And it's worth trying. It does not work. So by World Cup players, they do not mean the World Cup swaps rewards. They do not mean Path to Glory players. They do not mean World Cup heroes. But what they do mean, and just so you guys know you are using the right one, is this World Cup player. I thought that's what they meant. World Cup player, and all of these cards that have a limited thing on them. This is exactly what they mean. So now you're at this point, you need at most 3 nations. So I would choose a nation that you've got the most of. So search for the World Cup players, for cards with a little timer at the bottom right in your club. And I can see I've got quite a few Portuguese players here. So Portugal could be a good shout. I know I've got quite a few English players. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll go for England first. Once again, you could only have at most 3 players. But I'm going to go ahead and I will choose my... I'll use Reece James at centre back. I'll use John Stones at centre back. I will use Aaron Ramsdale in net. Obviously, you can change your positions on them as well after. I'll use Bukayo Saka as my right mid, and I will use Jadon Sancho as my left mid. So that's some English players. Now let's go ahead and let's see what strikers we can use. Search my club for strikers. We've got French. You know what? Griezmann and Ben Yedder. I will go ahead and personally choose France. Once again, the reason I'm showing you guys this is because your guys' players might look a lot different to my players. I'll go ahead for Lamar and Chouameni. That's a lovely balanced midfield. We got the more defensive player and we got the more attacking minded player. Now in at centre back, I know I had a Rudiger, so I might go for German as my third nation. Choose Rudiger here, and let's see if we actually do have a German left back. We do not have a German left back, but we do have an English left back, so Luke Shaw will just have to do. As you can see, lads, we've got the 11 World Cup players. We've got our maximum of 3 nations. For me, personally, I've gone for France, England, and German. And for you guys, it might be completely different because these cards you cannot buy on the market. You have to pack them, so it'll be literally just dependent on the players that you do have. As for the bench, I'm going to go ahead and see if the bench also counts towards the requirements. Let's get an Argentinian Messi on the bench. They do indeed. So with the bench, what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to keep the nation theme, alright? So with the bench, you have to use a nation of the nations that are already in your starting 11. We've got English, so we'll go ahead and we'll just chuck the English players on the bench, so it will allow us to go into the game. Easy as. Maybe you'll have some good players, some high tier English players as well, or for me it would be English, French, or German I'm allowed on the bench that you could sub on as a last resort, but as you can see, it is indeed going to let me. I'll get a manager and I'll search for a match just to prove to you guys that this is all good. And as you can see, creating game session, and boom, you can search for a match. Now the rules is a classic match, and when it comes to the tip, I'm going to leave you guys with only one tip today. This not going to be golden goal because you've only got 4 games. Golden goal, you'll be rushed, you won't play your best. But one tip I'm going to leave you guys with today is chemistry styles. Yeah, I don't know what else I was going to say. Chemistry styles. In my opinion, chemistry styles will be so important. All of these players, most of these players anyway, you probably don't even think about putting a chem style. But for example, you've got Griezmann who's on 3 out of 3 chemistry, 81 pace with 83 shooting. Look, I've got 50 hawks, so I will go ahead and chuck a hawk on him. And as you can see in game, it gives him +4 pace, +4 finishing, +4 positioning, +8 long shots. It gives him +4 strength, +8 jar. You get it, right? We won't go too in depth, and that goes for the whole team, alright? Chemistry styles could be the difference between you losing and you winning. So lads, that will be me for today. Hopefully this video did help you out. Once again, any unanswered questions, make sure to let me know down below. It's been your boy Davis, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, lads.